The year is 2019. Global players had just faced their last challenge before the anniversary.
Now, one reason this banner is actually really good is all 7 featured SSRs are Dokkanfest exclusives. I can't possibly emphasize how rare that is. Now, if you look just specifically at the strength of units as well, I would say 5 of these guys are top tier.
And just when they thought that their stones were safe, Dokkaner tweeted this. A new Dokkanfest LR coming to both Global and JP.
We've got some very exciting news for all Dokkan players. Doesn't really matter if you're on Global or JP or both, because something huge is literally right around the corner for all of us.
Well, that's what we thought.
On the Global side, to be summoning for the LR family Kamehameha unit that is only available right now on the Global side. We got the sort of JP announcement, nowhere to be found. So I don't know when exactly they're going to release this on the JP side, but
obviously we're summoning on the brand new LR Gohan and Goten banner today. Global exclusive Gohan and Goten, by the way.
But in the end, Bandai's goal was clear. Empty the stones savings of Global players.
That's one of the luxuries of playing a Global side. Now we got Hercule and Boost back and we got the LR! Let's go! Oh my gosh!
Honestly, I don't remember the last time I've wanted a new unit this bad. Come on. Gohan. Boy.
Yes! Yes! Woo! Woo! Yes! We did it!
at Nanogenics on.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Or we're just gonna freaking pull them. Oh my god.
That is an absolutely beautiful. I don't care what anyone says. This card is beautiful, dude. A part of me wants to just save my stones now. A part of me does.
Hi, I'm the Legendary Proof, your favorite Dokkan historian, and in this video we'll uncover the history behind Gobro's initial release. For some context, Global just had HL Metal Cooler and In Goku Black back in April, so the only major releases they were missing before the anniversary in July were Dokkanfest Kid Goku, LR and Caulifla, the Heroes units, and the Golden Week Dual Dokkanfest that JP was currently having. But there was just no way they could slide that Dual Dokkanfest before the anniversary, and we had no idea if the Dragon Ball Heroes units were ever going to make it to Global, due to potential licensing issues. So realistically, the only thing Global players could expect in the following 2 months were LR and Caulifla and maybe Dokkanfest Kid Goku. But since the active skill mechanic had been added early to Global, it was safe to presume that he was going to be the next Dokkanfest on Global just before the anniversary. Nobody thought of a Global-first unit, let alone a Global-first LR. So when Dokkaner tweeted that the new LR Gohan and Goten was coming on both versions in May, it just caught everyone by surprise, and players started to get kind of worried. JP players because they just had LR and Caulifla, far and away the best unit in the game, the Golden Week Dual Dokkanfest, which featured Trunks and Zamasu, who were both not only good but also hype, and the New Era banner, which was essentially just the New Year step up, a banner that simply couldn't be skipped. All of that within the same month. And Global players because the 4th year anniversary on Global introduced the coin mechanic, Dokkan's new pity system. And as soon as this was announced, bro, on Global, all you could do was save. Literally every banner was a skip. There was just no way you would summon on a banner when the pity system was right around the corner. Like, being able to get a free copy of a Dokkanfest LR after 2,500 stones was just insanely valuable at the time. And I would assume the devs kind of knew that, so they did everything in their power to make us summon before the anniversary, and this was their trump card, a new shiny Dokkanfest LR exclusive to Global, and they were amazing. They were dual category leaders, the first Dokkanfest LR to lead 2 categories, and one of the very few Dokkanfest who actually led 2 categories, with one of them being Goku's family, which at the time was one of the best categories in the game, and a new siblings mod category that was also pretty good, and they led it for 4 key, which was kind of a big deal at the time. As for their kit, it was kind of controversial on release.
LR, Gohan, and Goten. So I've seen a lot of controversy on this unit, so I wanted to add my input on it. A lot of people say these units are lackluster.
Some people thought it wasn't great. Truth even dared to say that they were the worst Dokkanfest LR in the game.
Definitely, they're nowhere near being the worst summonable LR, but I do think they're the worst Dokkanfest exclusive LR as of right now. So,
which was probably one of his worst takes ever. This is, as far as I know, still his most disliked video. They had their issues, mainly their lack of ki, but they were nowhere near being the worst Dokkanfest LR. Sure, they weren't LR Kill and Caulifla, but no unit was. And on Global, they were clearly the best unit in the game. They greatly raised their attack on both their supers, which was very good on an LR. Then they had 58% attack and defense at the start of turn, and 1 ki and 10% attack and defense per attack performed, up to 5 ki and 100% attack and defense. Above that was actually calculated separately. So fully built up, they had a total of 216% attack and defense, which was just insane, especially for an LR with LR stats. But unlike other units that had to build up to get good, they had a built-in additional in their passive. So they were actually building up pretty quickly and could look very impressive as early as their second appearance. So they could cook in short events after their first appearance and were just absolutely insane in longer events once fully built up. Just an all-around very decent LR. And on top of that, they had the new active skill mechanic, which I guess I agree with Truth here, was badly designed. The active skill mechanic really shined in Super Brotherhood, but since theirs was restricted to one enemy, you couldn't really make the best out of it, unlike the Super Saiyan 4s, who could just use it starting from turn 4, and just kill whatever unit they wanted to with it. But the LR Go Bros could only use it by the time the fight was over, or in some very niche SBR stages, where you were only facing one enemy right from the start. But the thing is, that active skill was just a cherry on top. They didn't really need it. Their base kit was more than enough, and they only got better with time and the release of the legendary Goku event. Like, the release was still hype. It was so hype that the homie Giresh had to make his first ever voiceover showcase.
Hey guys, Goresh here. This will be my first ever showcase video on Dokkan with voiceover. So apologize in advance for any technical issues. And if you guys have any constructive criticism for me after watching this video, please let me know in the comments.
But yeah, their banner was also pretty good. It had their new banner unit, who kind of helped them with their key issues, while also buffing them to Oblivion. Agel's % Blue Evolution Vegeta, who sure, wasn't the only Pure Saiyan's leader anymore, but that didn't really matter, since the Pure Saiyan category was still arguably the best category in the game. So if you didn't have a leader for that category, he was a must-have. And he was still a very good unit anyways. Tech Vegito Blue, who was still one of the hardest hidden TRs in the game. Strength Ultimate Gohan, who just got better with the release of LR Gohan and Goten. Agel's % Goku, who was still one of the best easiest out there, and just an all-around very good unit. Physical's % Gotenks, who was still alright. Tech's % Broly, who, yeah, sure, was complete trash, but if you didn't have him, a copy couldn't hurt. And Physical's % Goku and In's % Goten, who were obviously just trash. So 7 out of 10 units were at least good, and the banner had a 100-hour stream multi get 1 free discount. And the first rotation on the banner had discounted multis. So yeah, you had to at least do the discounted multis. Those were just so valuable. Personally, I did 1 rotation on the banner. Like I said, those discounted multis were a must do, and I luckily kept a screenshot of all my good summons that year. And look what I found. This was a screenshot taken on May 2019. I pulled a dupe of Agel's % Blue Evolution Vegeta. The only good thing I got from that rotation, which honestly wasn't even bad, since Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta was one of those units who got much better with their first dupe. But yeah, this wasn't the only surprise that Celebration had in store. An even crazier unit came right after them. But that's a story we'll save for another day.